Warning, you are about to enter the BGP suite. No thongs, no boy shorts, no thigh highs, no commandos are permissible. BGP, big girl panties only. So pull up to woman up. And no, please don't leave with your panties in a bunch.
Hello and welcome to BGP. We have a very interesting topic today. How do women deal with ED in their relationship? Now, sorry about that. Again, the topic is, how do women deal with ED in their relationship? Now, in conversations with my girlfriends and homegirls, we call it ED. That seems to be a major topic in my 50-year-old, well, I'm 55 now, and dating. That topic seems to come up quite often. So I'm wondering, first of all, let me explain what ED is. ED stands for erectile dysfunction. Did you know that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Or impotence. Mm-hmm. It is the inability to get and keep an erection firm enough to have sex. Mm. Other terms used to describe impotence is limp dick, limp willy, soft Peter, floppy jalopy, sleepy Woody. I mean, it's all kind of different. I got so intrigued off of just Googling the different things they call it. But floppy jalopy, that one really had me. Anyway, we laugh about it, but it can be a very serious topic for some couples. Wow. So I am curious, and my question is first to the ladies. Now that you know what ED is. If your partner is struggling in this area, how do you bring it up in conversation? And I'm going to go with,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Mona.
Okay. What do you mean, how do you bring it up in conversation?
How do you let your mate know that it's
his dick is limp?
Yeah.
He already knows that.
He does, but I'm saying if he's not bringing it up in conversation, what are you going to do to let him know that this is a problem, that this is an issue? He's just stuffing, and we.
No, he's not stuffing.
Okay.
No,
Stuffing?
No, he's not doing
That's
that.
different.
Okay. So how would the conversation sound that you would have with your mate, with your partner?
If he tried to stuff?
If he tried to stuff, or if he tried to stuff.
Lord help us.
What you doing? You know that don't work. You're not going.
But you don't want to hurt his feelings.
No, I'm not hurting his feelings.
Okay.
That's not going to work. And you're not going to be torturing my vagina, making it all raw, trying to hit up against me and try to make it get that taken care of.
God damn.
Let's work that out.
Nisha?
Oh shit.
Breathe.
I would, ask him, is there something going on? Because maybe it's a mental issue, maybe it's a health issue, and see, we could start there. I would also, more than likely, if it is a health issue or thing, maybe we might have to, consider toys or something like that. But I would start with just having a discussion, simple. What's going on in that mind, or is it a health issue or something like that?
So you're at the dinner table and you thought about last night's session.
Oh no, it wouldn't wait till dinner.
There's
it
no
would
session
be
if
right
he's limp,
there.
if you can't.
Yeah, it'd be in that
remember
moment.
we said sometimes it can get erect still,
And then
but
it
it's just
fails.
bendy. It's like floppy.
God damn.
Floppy.
So that means it ain't hard.
I mean, it don't get all the way hard, but it gets hard.
Or maybe it's you. Maybe your vagina
That's why
I don't like her.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, maybe let's
that
have
was
a
going to be
discussion.
my next question too,
Let's go.
but your
Let's
turn,
go.
baby.
You know me, my ums. I think that first of all, I cannot be with anybody that I cannot talk to them about anything. So off the bat, I'm going to say something. There's variables to it. Was it when we first began to be together? Did it happen like down the road?
Okay, so yes, this is a long-term relationship. There was never an issue before.
Okay.
But all of a sudden now.
Okay.
This
That
is
changes
a-
it.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Yes.
Well, if it's long term, that means I love him, and I'm gonna be down for my man. So we just got to figure it out. So if a guy had some issues, and we were in a long term relationship, we just got to make it work. I think.
Yeah.
I see.
Let me
I got.
let me say something. If it's long-term relationship, I'm going to piggyback off her and say, I'm going to stay because I love him. Because we have already experienced wild, freaky, long, enjoyable sex together. So if something should happen to my man, I'm just not going to abandon him.
Right.
You know, we're going to try to see what's going on. Like Nisha said, we don't have to go to the doctor. But if it's somebody I just met,
Oh, yes.
you're
out there.
I'm not doing that.
Especially
and that's just me being honest.
Oh, I feel you.
One more thing. Also, it also depends on, even if we're in a long term relationship, how he's handling it. If I have to go through him with depression and all this other stuff, and it just keeps getting lower and lower and lower, I don't know if I could do all that. Because I don't want to deal with that, plus having to deal with your mind. Are we going to try to figure out what we're going to do, or are you going to just be low? Because I don't got time for that.
And it might be kind of difficult if he's trying to say I'm the problem and he's not the problem. You know, maybe you coochie too loose.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all on me, and he doesn't want to see who is on. If it could be, you know.
Very, very well.
You know,
could
so,
be.
yeah.
And that was my next question. Would you think that it was you? Like, would your insecurities kick in? Like, think, oh my God, my titties are saggy now. My booty is not as cute. I got these stretch marks on my stuff. Would you think it's you that now all of a sudden he's no? Because 50 is an age that I have seen a lot of guys go through this midlife crisis thing, and sometimes it's because they run into issues like this and they want to go outside of the relationship to see, oh, is it her? You know what I mean? So would you ever think that it was you would be the reason why he's...
First of all, midlife crisis is totally different from ED.
It is, however...
And I think that the things about our bodies that we physically don't like are some of the things that men love. You know, stretch marks. They might love that. You know, you got a little wider. They might love that because they're very vocal. They'll tell you if you don't like it. Damn it.
She talking.
So sometimes you're conjuring up all these insecurities about yourself by yourself. So not necessarily, but that might happen too. Midlife crisis is you trying to regain your youth.
Yeah.
You trying to hit something young.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
And like I said before, men say ain't nothing better than some new pussy.
Yeah.
Some men say that.
Allegedly.
Some men say that. You know what I'm saying? But no, I wouldn't necessarily think it was me.
I wouldn't think it's me either. But again, we would be having a discussion because I would wonder if it's a health issue or if it's a mental issue. Because a lot of times that's kind of usually the corporate, especially if you're saying in the beginning we was doing everything and then now he's not. I do have friends that once they were diagnosed with certain, illnesses like diabetes and all that stuff, and they were taking certain medications, their sex drive went down. So I would start with that, and if that is the case and we can't kind of work on getting to where we were, then I definitely will be incorporating some toys or some shit like that. Yeah.
I am the toy. But sometimes men are stressed out.
Exactly.
From day to day being a black man. Something happened to them on their job. You might need to be hands on. You might have to give them a bath, give them their favorite cocktail, rub on their little bald head. Showering with affirmations. It might be stress too. You know what I'm saying? So
and change up some stuff that you do. I know sometimes your sexual routine becomes very boring, or it's the same all the time. We jump into this position, we jump into that position, and then you might have to add something into your foreplay. If he is no longer getting a full erection from just looking at you, maybe you gotta do some oral or something.
You gotta go get that
mean?
thing.
Yeah, you got
go
exactly.
Go get it. Don't wait for him to pull it out. Go get it. Yeah. Like you go get that money.
Go get that.
Go get that.
Be aggressive.
But
Like you stick your hand out, stick your hand out.
Right there.
That's an account too.
scary.
That's an account too. You need to
Look at
invest in.
Sharifa. Sharifa like,
Go get yours.
A lot of this is why I came up with the topic. Stop fucking with these old niggas.
Yeah.
That's where your ED problem come from.
Yeah.
Now, if you dealing with a young dude who got ED, he on drugs.
he on drugs.
Yeah.
He's on drugs. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
He's on drugs, or
Anxiety.
Medication
or he could be part. You know, he could be down with Saucy in him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's that part.
That's another reason why he may be turned off, and he don't want to tell you that. You know,
And he may be just using you as a beard.
Yes.
Yep.
like Lori Harvey.
Yes.
Like Lori Harvey.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lori Harvey. Lori Harvey is a professional beard.
She is.
She was with Puffy.
Mm-hmm.
We know about Puffy.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know about Farnsworth Bentley. And we know that Michael B. Jordan a few years ago was running around with them boys. So,
Allegedly.
Okay.
oh no, that's the truth.
That's true.
No,
That's not true.
We don't want no issues.
If
Yeah.
you charge it to me,
Okay.
if you are a straight man, I'm not hanging out with Saucy Santana.
Oh God.
I'm not hanging with you. I'm not hanging with guys who deal with that. I don't care if it is for a check. Because my spirituality comes first as a man.
Yeah.
And your sexual preference ties into your spirituality. So that's another reason why a lot of guys deal with ED, and a lot of women like dealing with old niggas. You know, because you want the check, and, you know, he's just never going to cash you out in the bed.
Okay.
You know.
Porn.
Right.
Watching a lot of porn.
Right.
Oh, we all watch porn. We all watch porn.
That's a given.
So, ladies, at what point is it ever a deal breaker? Like, if he's not willing to go to what are some things that just if he's just not doing what it needs to do, is it ever just a deal breaker and you're done? Like you're done? Like deuces?
You want the truth or you want to lie?
Please, Mama. Please.
You want the truth or you want to lie?
I want the truth.
Honest truth.
If I love this man and we have built some kind of history together, if he would allow me to step outside of the relationship to fulfill my sexual desires, we can stay together.
Wow.
Sounds like it's a no.
That's deep.
Damn.
Real shit.
So that's yeah.
If he can't, then we gotta go.
But you're in your 55s
Respect that.
and 60s. You're 55.
So I'm
I'm just asking. I'm just giving
62.
throwing out another.
I'm
Little,
62, so
Right.
I should not be being
No.
sexually fulfilled.
I'm saying
62,
by all means
so I
you
gotta
should be.
just take ED from a man.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
This
trying
ain't
to
good.
tell
No,
Mona
ma'am.
Shay?
No, ma'am. I'm just simply saying that, you know, things slow down, things change for us to do. I almost think that this is some men's menopause. You know what I mean? Like, stuff don't work exactly the same. Like, there's some women that that experience some different things that happen in their vagina.
Yeah,
as
that's why
we
they
get
got
older.
KY jelly.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is,
Emotion lotion.
if he's not willing to do
Hit
anything,
it with a little water. Vaseline.
Just
what
in
if there's
essence.
some other stuff that he's willing to do? Like,
what?
like what are some other things that he could do to?
You're saying like
in
if
place of that?
If he's good orally, are you trying to
Yeah,
ask something like
that's
that?
it, yeah.
Okay, so yes, you're good orally, but baby, you can't close the
still
deal.
want the-
I need
You
you
need
to
that
close
smash.
escrow.
Okay, you need to go to escrow. Okay,
Now I'm sexually frustrated, and I don't use toys. So we got a problem.
Can I ask a question?
yes, because I got a question next too.
Is this ED issue with guys, is it really about the relationship, or is it about you getting a nut?
Adrian?
Well, I would
nostrils
like
is
a
wet.
nut. I would like one. But you said, is it
Is
just
it-
about that?
Is it just right? And be honest,
Yeah.
because what a lot of us men get is we get women who are sexually repressed,
Yeah.
and then you find out, you know, she been throwing glizzies in the back of her throat since she was in high school, but with you, she's approved.
What's
Yeah.
a glizzy?
Oh, yeah.
Hot dog.
Look.
Oh,
But go ahead.
I didn't know that.
no, what's a glizzy?
I didn't know that.
Sorry.
What's a glizzy?
Thank
That's
you.
what I heard.
And
Okay,
knowing is half the
What
battle.
did you hear?
What's a glizzy?
What's a glizzy?
Please share.
Oh, now she
Ask
don't.
him.
Now she
He
don't
doesn't know. I'm asking you.
You just
Why
made
would
the
you
sound.
say
You made the
Glizzy?
sound.
You just made you threw the word out there.
You made a
Give it
sound for a
definition.
friend.
I just made what I heard.
Oh, you heard.
What
it.
did you hear?
Personified the word.
Is it a short word for glacier, meaning glizzy?
No, glizzy is a term that we came up with in New York for Franks. Because you know how most people call hot dogs Frankfurter. In New York, we call them Frankfurters.
I'm glizzy.
So, you know.
How did glizzy come from Frankfurt? That's
Okay, but see,
That is something else.
hold on.
with that
So what the glizzy do? That's what I know. What is
do?
the glizzy?
The glizzy, that's what the
Right
glizzy's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like when you eating a hot dog and you gotta, you know,
Ingest.
It's touching a little thing in the back of your mouth. Is that what you?
Oh, the little
Okay, come on,
oomala.
come on.
That's
Y'all
what
act like
so
we-
now y'all know what a
We
glizzy is.
freaking adults. You don't want
Okay,
to say
yeah.
that? Come on now.
Let's talk it.
All right, let's go.
So, you know,
That's
So
5
here's
minutes
the
of broadcast
thing,
because
EDD
nobody want to explain what
said
the fuck a
EDD.
glizzy
Easy.
is.
That's something else.
So, Edie, to me,
Technically.
you said, is it just about getting a nut? I think once you've identified that there's an issue with your partner that you love so much, that intimacy is so much more than just intercourse.
okay.
It's so many other things. And if you haven't experienced doing some other things, because, I mean, I have to do it all. But if you haven't experienced doing some other things, you might want to incorporate or try some other things. And you may find that the actual penetration part is not really missed as much.
No, you have said on numerous broadcasts that
Oh, shit.
you think of other things to do.
Yeah.
I've always said,
Yes.
no, I need the whole
Yes,
package.
exactly.
So you're true to what you're saying right
exactly.
now. Okay.
So my next question is for the guys, okay? If you started seeing a difference in your erection, what would you do?
I definitely go to the doctor first. I check what I'm eating, how I manage stress. Basically, interpersonally first.
Yeah.
I mean, me, I'm pro fucking. I appreciate it. But when it comes down to it, it could be something as far as like something hereditary, or just in my environment. Since we're supposed to oppose environment, I'm supposed to fix it. But if there's someone who's in my life who's not supporting it, I have to solve that problem too.
Right.
Yeah. See, because a lot of times guys notice that their erection is gone from certain women because it's like, for what? Like after we finish this rigmarole of this shit again,
Late night gymnastics. Yeah.
what are you gonna do? You're gonna lay there on your phone, scrolling down, girl. Now imagine going through that. That could turn a man off. Like why am I going out my way? That's why I asked you if it was just a nut. Because where's the intimacy part?
Exactly.
Sex is not intimacy.
Right. Sex is sex.
Sex is sex. And to men, sex is fucking.
Right.
We don't call it sex. Y'all do.
Because-
Y'all do to try to make it sound a little cute. We call it fucking.
And we know what you do.
Right. So, guys, what a lot of women need to understand too, to deal with a guy who deals with that, you need to talk to him. And not talk to him about what he's not doing. See, that's the problem with a lot of women too. That's how you stress your man out. All you do is tell him what he need to do.
What he ain't doing.
What he ain't doing, what he need to do, what he forgot to do. That stresses a man out. That's all you talk about? So when I'm doing everything, you still find something to complain about. Well, you need to do this. That's going to turn my dick off.
All the way off.
Off. And I'm going to hit the mute button too. So when it come on as mute, it just stay there like this.
I'm glad he said that because like there was a situation I ran into, and she made me believe that she had the same appetite, which I found out she didn't. So she said like mentally after 10 minutes I'm something else. Okay, cool. So I shut her off for 6 months, and she started complaining, "Why are we doing this?" I said, "Well, I don't want to waste your time nor mine." And I'm not looking for some sexual sharecropper to waste my time
Thank you.
and act like, you know, I got a man, but then she don't know what to do with him. Because me and myself and my other guys just like operate with like, she needs to get 3 before I think about me. So when it comes down to it, if that person is selfish or you have a sexual version of necrophilia,
Yeah.
she's just laying there. Why get excited? What's the point?
When you know what's
You know what's coming.
happen.
It's
What's
like
gonna-
I've heard this
it's the
song
same
100 times on the
old-
radio. I'm good.
Same old, yeah.
Same move. Saying that this is boring.
Right, and then they expect us to try to,
Spice it
you
up.
know, motivate them. Like,
No.
first of all, your hip hurt,
Arthritis.
so I can't put you on your side.
You getting a cramp.
I
Yeah.
can't be creative because you dealing with some issues.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can't get that, and then it becomes, well, you don't do this, and no, I do what you want me to do. You bend over and spread it open. I know what that means,
But there's the other thing too.
and then you stay that way
Yeah.
well, here's the other,
until I'm done,
but here's the other thing.
and then I
too, it's
gotta walk off.
When it comes down to it, it's like
on.
it works wonders when you take initiative.
Yes,
Because
yes.
when a guy's just mind his business and she's like, there's no questions.
Zero.
Very questions.
You
Now,
wanna
if you
s-
didn't fucked up the credit card or some shit like that, something else. But
Don't take initiative.
don't take initiative. But I'm saying like,
So that's not considered too aggressive when a woman comes on to you?
hell no.
Like,
Her man. Her
I'm
man.
just asking.
No, I'm just saying her. You saying
I know,
her man?
yeah, her
Look,
man.
here's the thing. It's like if you're
Some
in a,
people get scared.
no, if you're in a,
In a relationship?
if you're in a relationship or
God
if
do.
you marry that woman, I married that hoe too.
Right? Bring out your inner hoe.
So
Bingo.
when you got her locked up in the monastery, you wonder why there's conflict in there. Because like, look,
Right.
I knew you were disgusting when I met you. I want you to be delightfully disgusting all point.
That is why we're still together.
Together, okay.
That is why we're still
With your nasty
together.
self.
That is what will make me harm another man.
See,
How disgusting we are.
and he was saying, it's like, look, we get it. You're a lady. You carry yourself out in public. But I want that nasty, delightfully disgusting bitch
Right. I want her to
to
be
be in the
aggressive.
house. A dude, if he had a little Ford, he'll get through rush hour traffic to get home.
I'm telling you. Y'all want a dude to have ambition? Service him.
Service him.
Service him.
Okay.
And don't make him feel like he owe you some dick. Because a lot of women move like that. Oh, we in a relationship. You supposed to satisfy me.
The hell I don't.
Well, I ain't bust one of them splendiferous nuts
Splendiferous.
since we went on our second date.
Splendiferous.
Yeah, you know,
Google that.
like a spirit bomb
Yeah.
went off. One of those.
Right.
But when it comes down
One
to
of
it, it's like
those.
when you get down, it's like you being your genuine self. We don't want you to be
Yes.
sexually repressed with us and vice versa. You can be free to be yourself. It's expression.
It's expression.
So when you done sucked him stupid
Yes.
and he goes to work with a smile on his face, sometimes he didn't wash his goatee.
Oh, yeah.
You're nasty.
And proud.
It happens.
And proud.
It happens.
When you have a woman that you get down with, you do all kind of ignorant shit.
Yeah, I like a little glaze.
Yeah. And you have that,
glaze.
and the thing is,
Little
like, you have that
glaze.
level of trust and communication where y'all can be in a room, y'all know they're talking nasty to each other, they don't know what's going on. But you're like, man,
on.
see you in 5 minutes. Build that anticipation. It's like, but
Let's
you
go in the downstairs bathroom.
yeah.
How do we get on this from?
I know.
Oh, it must work.
But see-
Now, like,
Yeah, it's working now.
But-
They're telling you the solutions.
Solutions,
to it.
yeah.
Solutions.
Right. And I get it.
If you want his
So
dick
maybe
out
be
the
a-
graveyard,
Yeah.
this is what we telling y'all.
Rise from your pants.
Let me ask this though: if you do see that there is an issue, are you opposed to using different stimulants such as Viagra, Cialis?
Yes, I'm against that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm against that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
got-
against that too, because his thing might be hard for
For
6
days.
hours, and it's supposed to be my
Isn't it
duty.
dangerous for people in their 50s and 60s?
It's supposed to be my duty.
It can be in various ages.
to help him. He may have some underlying health issues, diabetes, heart disease.
Yeah.
You can go blind from using too much
Yeah.
Viagra.
Yes.
Yeah, you can have a heart attack. You got to read the fine print. Yeah, you can go blind.
And that's
What
the thing.
about and this is the first I heard of this, pumps and rings?
Yeah,
I
I've seen
believe,
the
yeah,
rings.
those can help,
Yeah.
but things like you want to get back into your optimal health. That's why I tell guys to go to the gym, get yourself in order, because erections, you need a solid cardiovascular system. So if you're too busy drinking Hennessy and just eating junk food,
Yes.
it's not helping. So that way, as a woman, it's like in your part, look, I'm making good meals. Of course, you know, he see you moving around, something like that, that does stimulate. So he see you walk.
A man is very I ain't talking about these dudes, but a man
Tender dicks.
is more like, it's about a vibe with us. It's about the vibe you provide. Like when I come around, are you attentive?
Right.
That'll keep my dick hard immediately.
Yes.
Because you paying attention to me. I'm not saying like my mother,
Right.
you know, I'm not saying that. Hey, baby. And no.
Right.
No. But be mindful that I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, go fix me a drink. You know, we like stuff.
Cater to you.
We like stuff like that because that's sexy. That shows submission.
And I gotta like you.
Right. Gotta like you. A lot of guys they don't like women outside of having sex with them.
Right.
This is why they're dealing with ED too.
Yeah.
And they take the pills to just get the nut. That's why I asked you, is it just a nut?
I see what you're saying.
Because guys are killing themselves to make sure you get a nut.
Crazy.
Just so you come and say, oh yeah, he put it down. Now he in the coffin.
Yeah. And it goes back to the communication part. Like, if you guys don't have understanding of what you guys like or I can trust you, which confidentiality is key. Because that can lead to erectile dysfunction.
That's big.
Like, if we do anything, it's going to be broadcast in front of social media or girlfriends.
That's big.
Exactly.
That's very big.
Yeah,
It's
that
very
could be a
big.
turn off.
So if I know you that nasty ninja I've been growing up and we can keep it quiet, I'm good.
Right. And I'm going to always stay ready.
Yeah, stay ready.
Because I know you ready.
And we got to represent.
Exactly.
And the stats are, it's 21.9% whites that are affected, 24.3% blacks, and 19.9% Hispanics. And they think that's because of our diet. So many African American men have heart disease and high cholesterol, high blood pressure, things of that nature. So we do have to make sure our men, like we're taking care of them, we're feeding them. Make sure you're giving him a healthy meal, fixing a nice lunch.
Well,
Let me say something.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna kind of fight against, and I'm not saying healthy eating, but I'm gonna fight against soul food. Because our parents, our great grandparents that had 10, 11, 12 children was eating some of the worst foods that the white man or the white supremacy allowed us to eat, and they did not stop fucking. They did not stop having children at all. So I'm not saying, that it's their statistics I don't really follow, but we do have to eat healthy, but that's not a reason a lot of times for ED.
And let me also, because you brought up that point, ED doesn't necessarily mean that you will not ejaculate, because you can still come, but you it's not as forceful. Like I said, ED really is about the erection, so some are still able to nut.
It's an individual man's problem.
Right.
It's not called nut, it's called spill.
Oh, spill.
Yeah. When you have ED, it's you just, like mustard. Like mustard. When you spray.
Is that little white part?
So you got.
Well, here's the thing with black men especially. You deal with things like constant threats of extinction.
Yes.
You worry about joblessness, fatherlessness. There's a whole heap of things. He's waging war outside, and when you come back to the house and it's no longer home, you're not going to get any warrior wood.
You're not.
It's just not going to happen.
You're
warrior
not.
wood.
That's true. And that goes back to are you having sex with him to bust a nut?
Yeah.
Because if he feel like I gotta come in here and do another job,
That's overtime.
over time you're gonna burn him out. ED is a man getting burned out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys that I know in particular, and it's not just the ED part. A lot of guys, when they run around and do all that shit, they can't be in relationships.
Yep.
They're not built to be in a relationship because their mind always go back to this somebody else's woman. So like my brother always say, you got to give a man a reason to fuck with you, not just fuck you.
Yeah.
Because once he's not able to fuck with you, he's not going to fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when he gonna be running around with that jalopy that you talking about.
It don't matter if he take 2 popsicle sticks and put a splint on it.
It's not gonna work. Yeah.
Right. He'll stay hard for about 4 minutes. And get you warmed up, then it's over.
And then turn on Sports Center.
And in some cases, you can make 4 minutes work.
Hell no.
No. That's not even a good commercial. No.
I'm just saying, like, if you don't
That
count
sound
the
like-
foreplay,
No.
if you're just talking
No.
about the actual
Don't
bam
count.
bam,
No.
4
the
minutes.
foreplay.
You bam bam,
No.
and you roll over and go to sleep.
No.
No, I'm just
Oh,
saying,
I'm pushing
just
you out the
saying-
bed. I know.
I know.
No.
I'm just
Don't play
Yeah,
with
there
me.
you go.
Don't
There
play
you go.
with
me.
And listen,
That's playing.
Stop trying to be nice.
I'm just
Not me.
saying
trying to
that
be
in
nice.
some cases you have to work with what you have.
No,
And
you
if-
don't.
if
No, you
you're-
don't.
No, you don't.
And
No.
some people think he don't work no more.
Here's some little help.
But
You cheat around out the system. You cheat around the chamber. You go back at it. You can go around to the range as long as you can.
That's it. And if you settling, then you got to think the person that's with you is settling with you.
Facts.
And substandard sex
Think about
sucks.
that.
And then how do you get to 6 minutes if you're satisfied with 4 minutes all the time?
You got to go for the goal.
But
Baby, think about some bills we need to pay. I
Right.
need you to take your mind off. Oh, I'm going to be talking my shit.
But
Come
I
on now.
think and we talk about this all the time in
All
other
bills are
episodes about
paid.
communication.
Our bills are
right?
paid,
I love
baby.
you so much.
I love you, yeah.
Yeah.
You the
I got a
man.
big check coming.
Look,
You got that big D energy. I'm gonna be pumping your ass up some kind of way. I'm not going for 4 minutes. No.
Yeah.
No, we hear the thing about quickies. I get convenience, but both of y'all are some butt naked warriors.
That ain't even a
Y'all
quickie,
cannot
4
get out
minutes.
in that arena and start playing around. Hey, unless you're in that orgasmic stupor, what are we doing?
Right.
Wasting time.
Wasting
and
damn time.
And a good sex life
Fuck the
also
neighbors.
goes back to confidence.
Yeah.
True.
A lot of women, y'all try to blame guys. Oh, you only want to do 3 positions. Well, when I pull my drawers down, you bent right over.
Yeah. So you broke half the battle.
You bent
You're
right
so
over.
efficient.
So now, because our whole session went that way, it's my fault.
Yeah.
That's what you wanted.
Started it. Yeah.
You told me with your body,
This is what you want.
and when that joint started doing
Yes,
this,
yeah.
your body's telling me that. So what you want me to do? Say no. Spin around. That might turn you off.
Right.
So you got to understand how men think too. If you do that and I switch up, that might turn you off. You
Hey,
might
wait,
drive-
don't do it. Don't talk. Don't. Yeah, you know how you be like,
Yeah,
don't.
'cause you getting it.
You see what I'm saying?
Don't stop.
You see what I'm
What
saying?
you doing? Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
I
So,
see what you're saying.
so it's not always it's the same. No, you ask for that.
That's
You
why-
know why? Because that's what you're used to. You're used to getting power drived
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
So he's going to do what you want him to do because men like to satisfy women.
That's why sexual symmetry is important.
Yes.
Definitely.
And that's why women got to talk more. You got to talk to your man because us as men, we got these preconceived notions about sex with women. I make sure she come first. I got to make sure I get down there and right.
I want to say, like, for the ladies,
come on.
it's no time to be cute when you want what you need.
Facts.
When you want what you need.
I'm going to let y'all in a little secret, and men know this. Men are very shitty mind readers. Very shitty. We can listen to your body talk, things like that, but a closed mouth won't get fed.
That's right.
And it won't lead to a wet bed. So you need to fix it.
Which is why we talk about all the time on different episodes about communication. Healthy relationships require good communication. You got to tell your
in
partner
all
what
areas.
you want.
Yes,
Yeah,
in all
what you
areas.
like, what
Correct.
turns you on.
Correct.
And if you're doing the same routine all the time, you need to be willing to switch that up. And I need to tell you, hey, you need to take a shower before you come rubbing up on me.
That's
all
another
kinds of
situation.
stuff.
Into that.
Right? Your
I'm
hygiene
ready.
got to be
I'm
right.
I'm
I
ready.
don't want to smell your salty, sweaty
that might
balls.
I'm ready.
Whoa.
So,
Sharifa, come bring the mic.
Whoa.
We starting to talk
That
over
might be
each
some
other.
dysfunction as well. I was remembering what you said earlier. That could be some dysfunction, a temporary dysfunction, because are we clean? Are we
Yes.
available? Are we ready? You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. Because a lot of times, guys that want oral quite often, and you want to make sure things is fresh.
He got that smack Roma.
Yeah, smelling like, what's the Paco Cabana? What's the stuff you wear?
What?
Wow.
I'm just asking because it
Paco
smells good.
Rabanne.
You want to smell it like that? You want to smell it like that?
I'm just saying it smells good.
It can't smell like that down there.
Right.
Don't
When you
So
smell
it's
good,
just
you
smell-
become suckable.
Yeah.
There
First.
you
Remember
go. There you go. That's
Yeah.
it. So I think all of it plays a huge role in having a healthy sex life. And if ED comes about, and whether it's because of stress or because of health issues, whatever, I think you and your partner should be able to sit down and have that discussion. And you, as the man with the ED issue, should be willing to go to the doctor or whatever other lengths that you have to do to make it better.
And that's why intimacy important. It's not just the sexual part. It's like, can I trust this person with the innermost parts of myself?
Yes. Yes.
And you can do things as far as like massages, understanding and fulfilling their love language.
Exactly.
And then when it comes down to it, make it comfortable for them to be them.
Exactly.
Like, you know what, I'm not scared to do this crazy shit. So let's go.
And then you'll be surprised one night he went for 15 minutes.
15.
That's good.
And
Well, that's better than 4.
That is.
I mean,
ED
you
can
gotta
be
work with him.
triggered by piss poor hygiene.
Facts. Facts.
Now, I made a point to say I had
We
to.
done got right
I
back
had
to
to.
this
For a
hygiene.
woman?
I had to teach.
Your piss poor.
I thought about that earlier.
Yes, because I had to teach a woman how to wash herself. Because I took a shower and I ran a bath water for her, and I came back and there was moat water in my tub.
Oh.
So there was no way I was going. I'm not off-roading today. It's not gonna happen. So you have some women who are a bit tangy,
Tangy? Tangy.
and it will throw that guy off. Like, no.
Yeah.
And he said, look,
And
I'm
no
sick.
erection will happen.
No, his meat will sit that out. I'm like, no, you got it. And some guys that don't care, but that shows he has no standards. But he values you, and you got some smell good, and you dressing a little bit nice or something
Yeah.
like. Don't mess around changing clothes in the dryer. He coming after.
So
And you have some men that like right after you come from the gym.
that's
Well,
what
some
I was
guys-
just about to say, like,
Now,
because
it
I've been
comes
in
to a
that
preference,
situation.
but it goes into knowing your man. Some guys like you to
They
run
like,
around.
yeah, they'll tell
and smell like a track meet.
I've been that, like, don't take a shower yet. Wait.
You've been a track meet?
Wow.
I've been the one, not the track meet, but I've been the one that
You've been that athletic.
Yeah.
I've left the gym and I'm
give
getting
that-
ready to get in the shower and I'm like, no,
Give me
don't
that
get in the
bench press
shower.
dick.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
Smell like a bench.
he liked it.
Yeah, no, I've heard.
Yeah,
this
he
guy-
I've
liked
heard women
it.
say, and I'm,
Yeah.
you know,
'Cause
it's
I
the-
feel
it's-
weird about
It's
it.
the pheromones.
Yeah. The family.
Yeah.
Women, if a woman knows her guy's smell, even at his dirtiest, he's not gonna stink.
Yeah.
Right.
So him coming from the gym, you know, him jogging a little bit, that ain't nothing. He go get him a dude wipe, and you get to work.
Yeah. Do wipes. Yeah. Men
But now,
sanitary.
like,
Yeah,
we
men
would
have-
we would
we
leave the
have wipes.
gym and then
jeez.
go home, and before I could get in the shower, he'd be like, well,
Oh yeah, let me get that.
yeah.
I mean, there are some times where a guy just
You
can't
get
wait.
that.
Like,
You
I
get that
need- I
A1
need
sauce.
You said A1 sauce.
Not
It
A1.
was
Fuck you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, that was a good discussion, and I just think
Don't go.
Not the A1.
She get a little hot
My bad.
You need some more ice?
that was excellent. I think I love when we have where the men are involved. That's good.
Oh, also,
we learned a little
ice
something.
does help.
What
Yes.
you do with it? What you do with
Depends
it?
on
What
where
you doing with it? It depends
yeah,
on
depends on where it goes.
You work on your freestyle mic skills.
Yes. Yes.
Might want to ask them first.
Right, yeah. Because that thing might go.
Some men that be like, what the hell?
I know.
Well,
Well, they gotta-
that or Altoid, but you know.
Yeah, I like heat.
Altoid. Yeah.
I don't like cold. I like heat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or tea.
I like heat.
Tea. I mean,
I
tea
like
and
holes.
ice.
Just put some
You
more
can
in
always
tea.
gargle with some salt water 45 minutes.
With or without that. But
Open
hey.
that throat chakra up.
Yeah.
Open up that
Get
throat
the
chakra.
throat chakra.
Oh my gosh.
This will help you too.
Yeah.
Pause. Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Talk to him.
Yeah. Yep.
Good. I think at the end of the day, it's mostly based on communication. If you have a healthy relationship, you can talk to your mate about anything. So, in closing, what would be your final thoughts?
I would say, be an honest hoe
Oh,
with your man and yourself. When it comes to ED, learn how to break those triggers. Learn how to give the best of yourself and support the best out of him, and he can give you that warrior wood as much as you need.
Warrior wood.
Like Warrior Wood.
Use that.
I'ma stay beside him.
That's my man.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's my man.
Just like Yandy, staying by her man. If he go to the feds, I don't care what. I'm stay
going.
with him.
I'm going.
Facts.
I'm going.
I'm talking about.
Be
My
open.
husband.
I would just,
yeah.
if it's your spouse, I would say
Thanks
be
for clarity.
open-minded. Be willing to do the work. Don't be lazy. Don't, again, as men have shown today, they don't like lazy women. They don't like women that smell. They don't like women that are basic and doing the same shit every time. So don't do that.
They're the devil.
Don't, if he's, been out there in the world fighting, different kind of wars, don't bring him another war when he comes home.
Right.
And again, have communication and express, allow him to express what it is. If it's a health issue, work with him through it. If it's something that can be fixed. If not, be open-minded to different stuff. I mean, I'm a submissive, so I try different shit all the time. But just be open and have good conversations. That's all. Thank you.
She said thank you.
Thank you.
For me, I know my man. I know when he's falling off. When, because we have nightly reviews.
Amen.
You did that yesterday. You put me down. We talk about it the next day. So I probably are going to be able to identify when this issue started happening. So I would say first, be able to identify where it came from. What happened at that time, or before that now tonight, he can't perform like he did 2 nights ago. I think that would be a good thing to do. Sometimes you have to speak to the mic to see if this thing is on. So, try different things with your man and maybe talk to him, ask him.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Is this thing on? That's my final thought.
Give your best
Love
Dougie
on.
Fresh tribute.
You might have to love on him a little bit more,
I agree.
Just
Final
sit
thought.
on. See if that works.
Hey.
Cuppeth thine balls.
My final thoughts is guys really need to pay more attention to their emotions.
Yes, sir.
Because that's really where a lot of the ED derives from.
Yes, sir.
This is why you got a lot of rich guys that deal with it. Because they're emotionally erect.
Yeah.
Not erect, but they're emotionally erect because of that. Wow. So guys need to really pay attention to how they feel, when they're in a relationship. And not about feeling about how you feel about her, how you feel about yourself.
Yes, sir.
And how much you giving yourself away, and because that's what usually robs a lot of men. It's the emotional part. It's if we was to get our emotions in order, I think a lot of us will be more functional. We'll think on a healthier level, which then will turn into you physically being healthier. Like I would never use a male contraceptive, because that's what I call Cialis. Those are male contraceptives. What if you want to have a baby?
Yeah.
So my thing is, guys, tap into your emotional intelligence. Stop saying you're not emotional. We all are. We're human.
Yeah.
If nothing moves you emotionally, you're a robot.
Right.
So guys need to focus on that and stop with the contraceptives. Get you some sea moss, some sour sap.
Watermelon.
Right. Eat more fruit. Stop smoking cigarettes.
Man.
That's a big thing. A lot of guys,
Smoking.
because they don't know that makes them impotent. Stop smoking nicotine. So that's my final thought.
Tyrese.
All right. Thank you so much. That was a good topic. I enjoyed it. And I learned a whole lot. These are my favorites.
She'll be watching this one.
Okay. So remember to tune in. Like us on YouTube. Hit the notification bell. Make sure that you subscribe. Thank you so much.
BGP.
We out.